It's Considerate Joy here. This is Julie. I just want to tell you real quick what all we were doing this week. Jake and I finished tilling out the area in the front yard, try to get a garden in. Doesn't look too bad. Then we ended up having to go to Pulaski County to see Caleb's girlfriend, M, graduate high school. So we had a weekend of that. We went to the land and we checked on our one raised box. And it looked good. We planted several trees and played in the wind. You like it when the wind blows, don't you?
Yeah.
It's funny, she was coming up here from the camper. This thing was just a big bubble.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Awkward, Jake?
Yes.
Is that anything unusual for you?
Yes. It is.
What are you doing, Kaylee?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Stuff.
What are you doing, Jake? What are you doing, Lundie?
I'm not doing anything.
As you can see, the kids are not used to our vlogging yet, but they'll get there. It'll take a little bit of time. We have kitties. 3 of them. They're rotten. They were born on Good Friday. It's Julie from Considerate Joy Homestead. It looks like I've got a lot of this cleared off this week. Lundie's still working out of town, and by a happy accident, I now have 60 strawberries instead of the 30 plants that I originally had. I was sent more in the mail, so I'm trying to figure out another place to put them. I put a few more in here with these, and I'm going to have to figure out something else for the rest. I still have a few tomatoes here that I've got to plant somewhere in the yard. I'm working on that. Might take up a few up to the homestead as well. And it looks like my banana melon is starting to trellis up, and so is my tiger melon. I've got some white cucumbers over here. Looks like there's something trying to eat on the radishes that were underneath, so I went ahead and put a little bit of diatomaceous earth on there just to kind of keep them protected. And my peas have decided that they like my trellis, so they're working on that. Over here, I did pot in big pots a couple of tomato plants, and there's one there. And where my radishes weren't doing so good, I've started putting some herbs in here. Hopefully fill that in. This is a kiwi that is just gone wild. Arctic kiwi. I had a branch break off last year that I put a little bit of rooting hormone on, and now I have a full other plant, but it's only the one sec, so I probably won't have any fruit, but it is a pretty vine. Brassica is not really working out for me. A couple more tomatoes, beans. Got some strawberries that really need weeded. These have been here for a couple of years. I picked all the strawberries off today that were there. And some flowers that I got for Mother's Day from church. And here I've got some Black Beauty eggplant, scarlet runner beans, and a huge pumpkin I got from the seed swap that Single Dad had. I also have some garbanzo beans, lots of peppers. I've got a lot of different varieties of peppers in here. There are a few tomato varieties as well. Some of my smaller ones that were looking like they were getting a little waterlogged in their little cups. I went ahead and put them in here. I've got some black crims, some mortgage lifters. There are a few brandy wines. Then I have some blue shelling peas that are crawling up on the strings there. And then I've got a few sweet peas that are starting to get blossoms, but they haven't quite made it to the string. And down towards the end, I have some Moon and Stars watermelon, and I have some cucumbers. The next row, I have Anasazi beans that I got from Baker Creek. Then I've got peppers. There are sweet peppers in the first row, and then there's also Sugar Rush peach and some purple beauties in here as well. And then I've got a bunch more peppers and things to plant later this afternoon if I can get to it. Try corn at some point, but right now I have some popcorn in here. It's a blue variety. I'm going to try it out for my mom. She asked me to try to grow some for her, so I'm going to try to do that. At the end of the row, I also have just some little marigolds, and I have a couple of tomatoes down there as well. I've got some Hubbard squash down at the end here. I'm going to try to get this finished to be planted out today and tomorrow, and then I'll put my mulching down. I'm planting on the side of a hillside that's kind of difficult to plant, but I was running out of time, and with Lundie working out of town, it was getting kind of difficult to get our raised beds out of the land like we wanted to. So I didn't want to risk losing a bunch of stuff, so I went ahead and tilled up this area, and where it used to be grass, I was afraid I'd get a lot of grass coming back, so I went ahead and used this fabric. Never used it before. I'm just putting holes in it and planting through it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll have a pretty good crop. As you can see around here, it's all hills and woods. We're trying to clean out some of the area all through here, and it gets a lot of sun most of the day, so we're going to try to put some like pumpkins and different melons and things like that along the hillside to kind of run down and see what happens there. We also have a raised bed around the corner that we're trying to use, and we'll see what happens with that. Jill has no idea what I'm doing. When I see the beauty around me, I'm reminded of Paul's letters to the Christians at Laodicea. Paul was a prisoner, yet he was thankful. He told them in Colossians 2:6 and 7, "As you receive Christ Jesus the Lord, so walk in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, just as you were taught, abounding in thanksgiving." I want to be like Paul and be thankful in everything. God bless you all, and thanks for watching.